Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back. I would like to remind you with our phone numbers, beginning with area code 002-0238-555-248 or 249, and in this segment we'll be happy to start taking your valuable calls, questions and concerns. The first chapter in this book, as we mentioned earlier, is pertaining al-ikhlasu wa ihdaru niyya. Al-ikhlas is sincerity. Ihdaru niyya, preparing and maintaining an-niyya. An-niyya literally means the intention. If you look in the dictionary, you will find the word intention means the meaning and the purpose. And this is absolutely true. An-niyya is what you mean. An-niyya is what you intend to do. An-niyya is the purpose behind every action, saying, or even silence. And this is something very secret, very hidden and concealed. No one get to know about it, but of course yourself, because it's your niyyah, and obviously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what the ayat will be talking about. You can be doing anything which looks very righteous, but you mean something different. You intend something bad. And sometimes you say an innocent word which may hurt somebody, or somebody will misinterpret it, and you say, I didn't mean that, I meant well, wallahi. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will hold us accountable according to our intentions. Well, if this is the case, then it really doesn't matter if you keep saying, I mean this and that, while you mean something else. If your saying doesn't coincide the intention, then that's a lie. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to look at the source of the intention, which is al-qalb. Let's talk about the qalb, or the heart, right after this call. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Maryam from Nigeria, you're the very first caller in our brand new program, Gardens of the Pious. Welcome to the program. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi. How are you, ya Sheikh?
Alhamdulillah, shukla. Thank you for calling in.
May Allah bless you for this beautiful program.
Ameen. Ameen, ya Rab.
I have a question regarding recitation of Surah Al-Fatiha behind the Imam. So at what stage will I recite Surah Al-Fatiha? Is it as he is reading, or when? Bearing in mind that when the Quran is being recited, one has to listen.
Okay. Jazakumullah khair, Sister.
And then you have to waratili Quran tartilatu. So I would like to know at what stage will you recite the Fatiha, and then the sitting position too. Like, let's say in the morning prayer that has 2 rak'ats, then when I come to sit to recite the tashahhud, is there a particular sitting position?
Okay.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay, when you sit to recite the tashahhud, is there a particular?
I mean, how I will sit, that's my sitting position. I mean, how I will sit when I want to do the tashahhud.
How will you sit?
Morning prayer.
Okay, how will you sit? Okay. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you, Sister Maryam. Okay. Reciting Al-Fatiha behind the Imam is whenever the Imam finishes the recitation of Al-Fatiha, then you all finish saying Ameen. Then there is a pause. You seize this opportunity and you start reciting immediately. If you're praying in a regular masjid and the Imam normally allows some time for the ma'mumeen to recite it, then proceed on. Okay, even if you started the recitation. But if the Imam, whom you know, starts immediately right after the Fatiha and does not give you enough time to recite, then you're exempt from reciting Surah Al-Fatiha in this condition. Barakallah fiki. The second question is pertaining the kind of sitting. Of course, I explained that in the program of the Prophet's prayer. You can see the person who's assisting me in the program, and I asked him to sit. The sitting of al-iftirash, where you spread your left foot beneath your bottom, and you erect your right foot and you step on toes. Okay, this is in the middle tashahhud of every prayer that exceeds 2 rak'ahs, and in the uli tashahhud in every 2 rak'ahs prayer, whether in the fard or the nafl. Barakallahu fikum. Talking about the qalb, the source of the intention, which envelopes what you conceal and hide, what no one can know but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but the creator of this heart, the intention. If this is the case, then let's say النية محلها القلب. The source of the intention is the heart, from beginning to end. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as it is mentioned in the hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إن الله لا ينظر إلى أجسامكم ولا إلى صوركم ولكن ينظر إلى قلوبكم. Indeed, Allah does not evaluate you while looking at your images or your bodies, the way you look. Rather, He evaluates and assists you based on your hearts. ولكن ينظر إلى قلوبكم. The first ayah that Al-Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah listed in this chapter, Al-Ikhlas wa Ihtar al-Niyya, is an ayah of Surah Al-Bayyinah, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ حُنَفَاءَ ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة. As you see, this is ayah number 5 of Surah Al-Bayyinah. What does it mean? It means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says they were not commanded nor ordered to do anything but the following. وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone with sincere devotion. To worship Allah with sincere devotion. مخلصين له الدين حنفاء. Al-Hanifiyya refers to the pure nature, refers to the full submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then وَيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُوا الزَّكَاةَ, then establish the prayer and offer the zakah, pay to those who are eligible for it. وَذَلِكَ دِينُ الْقَيِّمَةِ, and that is the upright religion. So what is the religion all about? Is to worship Allah with sincere devotion and to establish the prayers and to give the zakah. It's as simple as that. The command of لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ حُنَفَاء came before the prayers and before giving the zakah. They were not commanded but that they should worship Allah alone with sincere devotion and then perform as-salah, pay the zakah, and this is the upright religion. The scholars said, based on this ayah and the following hadith, every ibadah needs this condition to be fulfilled, which is al-ikhlas, and to make and offer this ibadah sincerely to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If there is only a little bit of a fraction of an intention that this ibadah is offered to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and meanwhile to please somebody else, or to gain some praise, or to be admired, then what's going to happen to this ibadah? It will be entirely rejected. As the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, that Allah the Almighty says, أَنَا أَغْنَى الشُّرَكَاءِ عَنِ الشِّرْكِ مَنْ أَشْرَكَ بِي شَيْئًا تَرَكْتُهُ وَشِرْكُهُ. Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Farha from the KSA.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Before offering Salatul Duha, what should one's niyyah be? Is it to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or to ask for forgiveness?
Okay.
Thank you.
Barakallahu feek. What intention should we maintain or offer prior to offering Salatul Duha? The name of the prayer is Ad-Duha, the forenoon. past sunrise. So why do you pray? Because the Prophet ﷺ has said in many ahadith pertaining the commendation of offering Salatul Duha. Hadith of Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anh, Awsani Khalili bi-thalath, my best friend and intimate companion, the Prophet ﷺ advised me to observe 3 things. One of them is Rak'atay Duha. Why? Because he said in another hadith that there are 360 joints in our bodies, or small bones, enable us to function, to bend, to move, giving us the flexibility. So we have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the blessings of those joints. Every morning we have to say thank you Allah, Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar, 360 times. He said it will be sufficient and it will make it up to offer 2 rak'ahs of ad-duha. Okay? So that's why I say, I pray Salatul Duha. How do you say it? You don't say it at all. And that was coming in my conversation. So this question is really pertaining what I would say. Pertaining any prayer, fard or nafl, night prayer or daytime prayer, emphatic or non-emphatic, nawafil, or sometimes it becomes mandatory, such as Salatul Janazah, it may be fard ayn or fard kifaya, and so on. I'm going to offer Salatul Janazah, the funeral prayer. Do I have to say, I intend to pray Salatul Janazah? No, you don't. Because when you got up to offer Salatul Janazah, you know that there is a reward for offering Salatul Janazah equal to the mountain of Uhud of reward. Qirat. That's why you're offering Salatul Janazah. You know that the Prophet ﷺ counted among the rights of a Muslim upon another Muslim. As the hadith of Sahih al-Imam Muslim listed, وَإِذَا مَاتَ تَبِعْتَ, whenever he dies, you follow his funeral. So you pray janazah, you pray for him, and you follow his funeral. So you're offering the prayer for this season. What kind of prayer is it? Salatul Janazah. And this is Salatul Duha versus Al-Istisqa versus Al-Istikhara. You don't say, I intend to pray Istikhara. You don't pronounce, you don't utter. النية محلها القلب. That's why there is a very interesting thing I want to share with you. What if somebody by mistake pronounced something different than what he intended? Is it possible? Yeah, by error. Somebody is going to pray Asr and he was busy with other things. He made wudu and the Imam said Allahu Akbar and said, oh Allah, I intend to pray Dhuhr. And he had already prayed Dhuhr before. Would his pronunciation to this intention wrongfully invalidate his prayer? No, it won't. Why? Because he knows and he intended to pray Asr and the pronunciation does not even count. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother Muhammad from Somalia.
Barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Shaykh, كيف الحال?
Alhamdulillah, shukla. Barakallah feek. Thank you for asking.
So I got a question related regarding from Salah and Salat Tarawih.
Naam.
So if in Salat Tarawih they cannot pray to...
Okay, sorry Brother Muhammad that we lost you. Please try again. Brother Ibrahim from Nigeria, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the program of Gardens of the Pious. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Ibrahim? Ibrahim, remember our rule. Mute your TV, please.
We are very grateful for this program.
Jazakallahu khairan.
May God bless you and the entire Huda crew.
Ameen, ameen. Jazakallahu khairan. Ibrahim, do you have any questions?
My first question is, what is the properly to perform Umrah in the month of Ramadan? How do you perform it? Is it after Tawaf, you go to Safa Marwa, or Safa Marwa before Tawaf?
Umrah, whether in Ramadan or during Hajj or any other season, is the same setup. You begin with the Ihram from the Miqat, the proper Miqat. Then you do Tawaf, 7 rounds around the Kaaba. Then the third pillar is As-Sa'i, between As-Safa wal Marwa. If you do Sa'i before Tawaf, it doesn't count. Then you have to do the Sa'i again. Any other questions? Okay. Okay, Barakallahu Fik Ibrahim, and thank you for the dua and the compliment. Jazakumullahu khairan. It pleases my heart to hear that. May Allah accept from all of us. So basically, you don't have to pronounce the niyyah. And if you pronounce it, it's wrong. It's an innovation. Because now you're doing something extra. So if you used to do that in the past, it sounds funny sometimes when you stand next to somebody, since we're talking about Hajj or Umrah, you see a lot of practices based on their cultural backgrounds, and somebody is standing, he's wasting a few minutes from the beginning of the prayer after the Imam started already the recitation, and he now started reciting the surah, and he's forming the intention. I intend to pray the Dhuhr 4 rak'ahs in the Haram in Mecca behind the Imam. Hey, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already knows all of that. There is no need to say that, unless if you're trying to inform the persons next to you on your right and your left, and everybody is taking the same right, going in the same direction, or praying Dhuhr anyway. Why do you have to do that? Okay? So please, there is no need to pronounce the niyyah. As a matter of fact, when you pronounce it, it becomes an act of innovation. Okay? The second ayah is the ayah of Al-Imran, ayah number 29. In this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلْ إِن تُخْفُوا مَا فِي صُدُورِكُمْ أَوْ تُبْدُوهُ يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ وَيَعْلَمُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَاللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, say, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whether you hide what's in your hearts or reveal it. We said, النِّيَّةُ مَحَلُّهَا الْقَلْبِ. So this is the vessel that really takes care of the niyyah, the intention, the purpose, and the meaning of your actions, sayings, or even silence, of everything in your life. Okay, great. So whether you hide it or you reveal it, Allah knows it all. And He knows what's in the heavens and what's in the earth. And He is able to do all things. This ayah is very scary, isn't it? He really knows what's in my heart. So even if I pretend to be good and I mean something else, He knows it all, and accordingly He is going to recompense me according to my niyyah, not according to the apparent claim that I made, rather according to my intention. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ said, when we line up in the prayer, somebody's prayer may be accepted and somebody else's prayer may be rejected. It is not by the look, rather it is by the heart. And the Prophet ﷺ said, pertaining Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu an, ما سبقكم أبو بكر بكثير صلاة ولا صيام ولا صدقة ولكن بشيء وقر في قلبه. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, in this field of competition pertaining doing good righteous deeds, he happens to be the very first in the list of the 10 heaven-bound companions. And the Prophet ﷺ spoke a lot about the virtues of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, and he was mentioned in the Quran, of course. Yet the Prophet ﷺ said that Abu Bakr as-Siddiq did not beat everybody else as far as competing pertaining doing good righteous deeds with the amount of the ibadat, whether the salah or the zakah or the sadaqah. Rather, he's ahead of everybody, and he beat everybody. بِشَيْءٍ وَقَرَ فِي قَلْبِهِ. Then it is the level of sincerity. The level of sincerity, which is where? Which is in the heart. Also, it gives you an assurance that it doesn't matter what people think of you and how people will judge you. Do not be afraid of them. Rather focus on one thing. My heart is an open book to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that what's written in that book would please Him. He's the only one who reads it, who can know what's in it, and of course myself, because I'm the one who intends. I'm the one who forms His intention and purpose and the meaning of His action or saying. then I should strive hard to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. النية في العبادة, the intention in the ibadah, requires that the person does this ibadah sincerely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number two, he's fulfilling it because he was ordained or ordered to do so. There is another very important condition now for the ibadah to be accepted. So it's not only the sincerity, rather there is another condition, which is whenever it is a ibadah or an act of worship, it must meet the text. It must be in accordance to the Quran and the Sunnah. You do it the same way that the Prophet ﷺ prescribed it. In the Salah, for instance, he said, صَلُّوا كَمَا رَأَيْتُمُونِي أُصَلِّي, pray as you've seen me praying. In the Hajj, he said, خُذُوا عَنِّي مَنَاسِكَكُمْ. Any addition, any change or alteration will make this ibadah void, even if it was done with absolute sincerity. That is based on a hadith which is narrated by Aisha radiyallahu anha in the Sahih, من أحدث في أمرنا هذا ما ليس منه فهو رد. Whoever invents in our religion anything which does not belong to it, it will be rejected. Furthermore, to talk about this subject will be inshallah at the same time of next week on Wednesday. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to do what pleases Him and accept from us the best of our deeds. Pardon us and forgive us our sins. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رسول الله حبيب الله